Hey everybody, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone tutorial. This time, I've got an updated version of my Mix Shulker Box loader. Now, what makes this one a little different is one, it's actually a lot more compact and a lot more resource friendly. And like the last one was 3 wide, this one's 2. So, yeah. What we got here is just a 3 segment. It's designed, it works great with one because it's especially if you're having a constant influx. But if you're having things where you have multiples, it works well too. So I've got, let's just break that. I've got a barrel here full of stuff. And like I said, it's a constant influx. What happens is they come filtering in, they go into this dropper. And when this is done, when we have a signal strength of at least this amount, it has to be greater than this. And that was an arbitrary number I picked. It's adjustable, but you need to have at least more than a stack. Or at least a non-stackable item in there. And they just get loaded in, and while this system is processing, this hopper under here is going to fill up first. And this shulker box is getting full. And when it's full, then it'll start filling up this barrel. And when this barrel gets to the point where it reaches above this signal strength, it'll open up this trapdoor, activating this, locking this hopper, filling up this dropper with whether items are coming in, and does a reset, breaking, and putting the item in here. So let's let this finish up. So let's just look in here, and I'll just speed this along for you guys so you guys don't have to, entirely see it. Okay, guys, we're nearly done. I can tell you that just by looking at the amount that we have. And as you see, it's filling up. And as soon as this trapdoor activates, there it goes. It locks this hopper, preventing any more items from going in. And it starts filling up in here while draining this hopper here. And we've got our shulker box here. And let's just take a look at what we got in here. As you can see, we just 64, 1, non-stackables, 16, 48. So, just a bunch of random items. And it'll continue, and then once it's done, once this hopper is empty, it will unlock the system again, processing the information. It'll start processing items back into shulker boxes. So, what do you say, guys? Let's get to building this thing. Okay, guys, I'm back. And, like always, everything we need to build one segment of this is inside the shulker box. So, now, I bet you guys are wondering what you could use this for. Well, many different things. One is if you have a high-efficiency multi-drop farm, like a gold farm or a skeleton farm, you can filter in the items and it will load them up according to that. This is more designed for things that have multiple types of items and you don't want to sort them right now. So let's take a look at what we need. We're going to need 5 sticky pistons, 2 redstone torches, 1 redstone block, 7 hoppers, 2 pieces of redstone dust, 1 dispenser, 1 trapdoor of any type, and I prefer iron because I think it looks better. 4 comparators, 3 I do recommend using the barrels. They fit the aesthetic better, and there's no issues with opening and closing them. At least one slab or any other block that isn't a full block that you can use on a sticky piston to break shulker boxes. 3 droppers, 4 observers, about 11 random building blocks, and 1 random item to throw in a dropper. So let's grab everything out. And obviously you're going to need lots of shulker boxes. So let's start out with placing a hopper down. And we can throw a slab on here. In fact, actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. And we'll do a temporary block on one side. We're going to throw our dispenser on it. We don't need that block anymore. A temporary block there to throw in a hopper going into that. Then we will get our blocks again. We'll go down 1 at an angle from the hopper. We'll open it up, making a V. And we'll grab our comparators. Comparator here, comparator here. We'll put this on subtract mode. And 2 blocks, comparator, and a piece of dust. Well, actually, we got this in the wrong spot. We need to move it up 1. Okay, that's better. And where's my dust? Okay. That's better. Now this is the one that tells when this one has items going through it. That's all that one does. So now we need to take a torch, throw it on here, sticky piston going up. We'll grab our trapdoor. You don't have to use a trapdoor, but it has to be a block that an observer can detect. So that's why I'm using a trapdoor. It's easy. And we'll place an observer on the trapdoor and on the sticky piston. Blocks on top of them. We'll grab our droppers. Dropper going up next to the bottom one. Dropper going down next to the block on top. Throw your random item in. Grab your comparator. And place it there. Now we'll grab our barrels. We'll throw a barrel behind here and a barrel right here. Now this is where you decide how full you want it. So I'm just going to grab myself 2 non-stackables. So it has to be greater than 2 non-stackables for it to process. In fact, higher up you have it, the more you don't have to have that on there. But I do recommend having it for low settings. So then we will grab our sticky piston. Next to this comparator, we'll place the sticky piston. Put a redstone block on the face of the sticky piston. Put an observer here. Put a hopper there. Next to the redstone block, we're going to place a dropper. And on the side, a hopper. And it's the same side that you have your checker in. And that's how we're able to make it 2 wide. Tileable is because that right there. So then we'll just throw a barrel in here. This is your input barrel. It doesn't have to be a barrel. It could be whatever you want, but this is your input. Then we're going to throw a torch on there. Grab our sticky piston again. On next to this hopper, we're going to place the sticky piston. And your breaking block, which, like I said, I do recommend using like a slab or any non-full block, as in not full of a block. And then we'll place an observer down. We'll grab our last piece of dust, throw it on top of the observer. Next to this torch, we'll throw a sticky piston, an observer going down, grab a solid block, and right here, place it. Now, what would this do is when this piston is activated, it's going to retract this piston, activating this, which then is going to pulse the dust, activating this piston, breaking it, and when this turns off, it's going to dispense a shulker box. So now all you have to do is back here, we'll just, I'm just going to do a temporary hopper. We'll just throw a hopper line here, and you actually have all this space over here for hoppers. So that you can, well, get yourself shulker boxes and place them in. This is the, you will have to place one in and make sure that the system stays full. That's the only downfall is if you have to, you'll have to come in here and activate this dispenser every time you have to completely refill the system. So if I'm just going to reposition this so that I can see what's going on. I'm just going to throw everything in my inventory except for the shulker box because shulker boxes can't go into shulker boxes, and then I'm just going to fill my inventory with milk. And I'm going to throw this into that hopper before I drop the milk in. So and the only reason why I'm using the milk is because it was a non-stackable. And as you can see, we got it filled in. And when it finishes processing, nothing's going to be in here. And we've got a full slot shulker box. Not necessarily a full shulker box, but a full slot shulker box with just a bunch of random items ready to be sorted out later. And what we got here is whatever was left. So, hi guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down in the comments section or join my Discord. Link to that will be in the description. I'm fairly active on it, and I do try to give as much information as I can, more than I can in videos. If you want to support me, you can subscribe or join my Patreon. Link to that will be in the description. I've recently just started streaming on Twitch. So you could be joining me on my weekly live streams where I'm playing survival and doing the insane redstone that I love to do, but in survival. Everything is done in survival. So if you don't think it's possible for something to be built in survival, come check out the live stream. You'll be able to see if it's possible. The link to that will be in the description. But you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.